Hello! Welcome to the Badgertank.
How's it going?
This is our 6th video in our Tribes Ascend class overview video series. Now, so far we've done the 3 default classes, we've also done the Technician and the Raider. Today, however, we're going to do one of the heavies you have to buy, and that's the Doombringer. Now, the Doombringer is pretty much exclusively a defensive heavy. He's very good on base defense, and not particularly great elsewhere. And his weapons really reflect this. His primary default weapon is the chain gun. Now, the chain gun is a heavy assault weapon. It does 100 damage a shot. It fires in a straight line ahead of you. It's very good for ripping people apart who are coming at you in a straight line, like flag cappers. Now, the chain gun doesn't have any clips or anything. All the bullets are open to it at once. So if you keep firing, you will fire every bullet in it until it runs out. The second primary weapon that the Doombringer gets is the heavy bolt launcher. The heavy bolt launcher is very similar to the Pathfinder's bolt launcher. It fires an explosive bolt in an arc and explodes on contact. Now, this is very good for getting guys at a distance and can one-shot Pathfinders and Sentinels as well. Now, the secondary weapon that the Doombringer gets, because he only gets one so far, is the Saber Launcher. Now, the Saber Launcher is a very unique weapon in Tribes at the moment. It can't lock onto people on the ground, but it can lock onto them in the air and fire a homing missile that will chase them until it either hits terrain, hits them, or is shot down. Now, the Saber Launcher is only very useful against vehicles, as it can always lock onto vehicles, and people who get away with the flag who get high in the air. As for belt items, the Doombringer has two options. The first of is the Frag Grenade. Now, the Frag Grenade is the weakest explosive grenade in the game. It does 800 damage on a direct hit. It's similar to the Soldier's Grenade, the Frag Grenade XL, but it really is only useful really close up and trying to take out an already wounded opponent.
Yeah.
The second belt item that the Doombringer gets are the mines. Now, these you have to purchase. The mines are very useful, as they can be placed anywhere around on the ground. Especially around the flag stand is very handy, as it can take out flag cappers who are coming in trying to take the flag.
Similar to the claymores with the sentiment.
Yeah, very similar. Same damage and everything.
Yeah.
As for a pack, the Doombringer gets a deployable, similar to the Technician. He gets the Force Field. Now, the Force Field is very useful for flag defense and for areas around your base. It acts as a wall to people who are going incredibly fast and can kill them, and if an enemy walks through it, it will damage them a little bit and decloak infiltrators. Very useful tool for defense.
Yeah.
Now, as he's a heavy, the Doombringer gets plus 100 health on his armor twice, giving him a grand total of 2,500 health at max. Now, as for primary perks, there are a couple that are fairly useful depending on your role. Rage is a very good perk if you're the second heavy around your flag area, as it's good for chasing. Ultra Capacitor as well for this very reason. But perhaps the most important perk to a heavy on the flag is Safety Third. Combined with mines, this is very deadly.
Yeah, I'd normally have Safety Third on as well.
As for secondary perks, there are a few that are useful, like Potential Energy, Survivalist. They're alright. But the most important perk, perhaps, for the Doombringer is Super Heavy. Now, Super Heavy increases your mass by 40%, but it also makes you harder to knock off the flag stand. Also, it allows people to run into you and die just from hitting you. That was the Doombringer's weapons and war gear. Now, your role on the battlefield as a Doombringer is as the heavy on the flag, or, if there is already a heavy on the flag, a complement to the heavy on the flag. The Doombringer's got some very good defensive tools and can really help them burrow in on different flag stands. Like, you've got the mines. You can drop those mines around the flag. They'll take out errant flag cappers. You've got the force fields. Somebody hits those at high speed, they're going to die. You've got the chain gun. Now, cappers come at you in straight lines, and the chain gun is ideal for ripping people apart in straight lines. So he is perfectly suited to his job.
It's definitely one of his best weapon by far.
Yeah, well, the bolt launcher is a good weapon as well. I mean, I would never take it if I was going to be the main heavy on the flag. I mean, you see here, I have taken it as the main heavy on the flag, but I was just testing it at the time. But ever since then, like, it's a great second Doombringer weapon.
Yeah.
If you've got a Doombringer with the chain gun already on the flag, and you want to be Doombringer yourself, well, get the Rage perk and get the Bolt Launcher, and maybe even the grenades.
Yeah, I suppose you have a lot more distance with the bolt launcher than you do with the chain gun, because they fall off.
You have a bit more flexibility. I mean, like, you can do stuff like that. You can jump and shoot a guy, or you can chase. If you got the Rage perk, especially, is good for that because it gives you that extra energy you need to be able to chase. So, like, you can get guys quite a good distance away, especially since the chain gun has such a drop off on it after a bit. Like, the damage decreases so drastically after a certain range. And it can be quite difficult to hit at long range as well. Like, it really is good for ripping people up in the short ground in front of you.
Yeah, you need a good team as well, though, especially some like technicians to keep the generator up and repairing your own force field too. Like,
oh, definitely. Like, you know, I think it's a great thing to team up with another Doombringer, because you know you can drop force fields like one after another without having to resupply often, or you can drop extra mines. If you've got a technician around, then you know they can repair your force fields. They can drop turrets to complement the way you've put your force fields. You got a sentinel around and you run out of mines, sentinel can drop claymores, and you can use the force fields to force cappers right into the claymores behind your flag. You know, as long as you've got other people helping you, you're not gonna lose, basically. Unless you get some serious attackers.
Myself and yourself went for a game or two there, just both of us Doombringers, and we just completely dominated.
That was great fun. People were giving out that they couldn't get our flag. And, that was great fun.
You can be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, as long as you know what you're doing. I mean, I see too many Doombringers sitting out in the middle of the field. And you know, you can go out with the Saber Launcher and support your team out in the field with, you know, like killing enemy vehicles, killing enemy shrikes that are harassing your cappers. You can do that, but like you've wasted the rest of your potential there. Like sitting around the flag stand with your chain gun or the bolt launcher is just, you're ideal for it. It's what you do.
You can lock on to shrikes from quite a distance away, so like you can still do a lot of that from your base. Like.
Yeah, like on Crossfire there, you can basically hit a shrike at the enemy base from your own flag stand. Pretty much all the time. Anyway, that was the Doombringer, master of defense and heavy on the flag. If you found this video informative, please like and subscribe. We would appreciate it greatly. Our next video should be out next Friday, and it'll be on the Brute, hopefully. We shall see about that. But
there could be an update.
There could be an update, we hope. But till then, see ya.
See you later.